Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Autocar India Quick News. Coming up over the next few minutes is your weekly snapshot to all the latest from the world of automobiles. But before we begin, do hit subscribe to the Autocar India channel and press the bell icon to stay notified on all our latest uploads. Let's start with the big unveil of the week, the Kia Carens. Here are the details. The Carens is essentially a three-row vehicle that seeks to blend MPV practicality with an SUV's visual appeal, courtesy elements like the chunky front and rear bumpers and a tall and upright stance. It is based on the Seltos, but at 2780mm it has the longest wheelbase in its segment. Up front, the face is characterized by a flat bonnet and an upright nose that's distinctively divided into two parts. The upper portion features a slim grille and a split headlamp setup which gets Y-shaped LED DRLs in the main headlamp cluster positioned below. In profile, the Carens appears like a Swift Seltos and gets body cladding over the wheel arches and along the lengths of the doors. The rear features an upright tailgate and a pair of wraparound LED tail lamps that are connected by a slim LED strip. The interior of the Carens is feature-packed with the wraparound dashboard housing the 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system at its center. Higher variants will get an 8-inch digital instrument cluster as well as a touch panel for the climate control system. Interestingly, there is a single-pane sunroof, but a panoramic unit won't be possible as the roof houses AC vents at the rear. Impressively, the Carens will be offered with 6 airbags, ESC, Hill Start Assist, TPMS and all 4 disc brakes as standard safety features. The Carens shares its engines with the Seltos and will be available with 2 petrol and 1 diesel engine option. The petrol engines will include a 115 horsepower 1.5-litre naturally aspirated unit mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox and a 140 horsepower 1.4-litre turbo petrol mill that will be on offer with a 7-speed DCT and a 6-speed manual. The 115 horsepower 1.5-litre diesel engine will get options of a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed torque converter automatic. The Carens is expected to see a market launch around February or March next year and will rival 3-row vehicles in the sub 20 lakh rupees price range, including the Maruti Suzuki XL6 and Hyundai Alcazar. BMW has begun its electric journey in India with the launch of the all-electric iX SUV. The all-electric BMW iX SUV has been priced at 1.16 crore rupees ex-showroom India. It is BMW's first EV in the country and comes to India as a full import. The iX is based on an evolved electric-only architecture and uses carbon fiber and aluminium in its construction. The SUV features a futuristic design with an oversized kidney grille that is completely sealed off to house cameras, radar and sensors for the driver assistance systems on board. Flanking the sides is a pair of sleek headlamps with a quartet of LED light bands replacing the traditional Corona light signatures. Other design elements include a clamshell-style bonnet, flush-fitting door handles, frameless windows and slim tail lamps. The iX rides on 21-inch aerodynamically optimized rims with 255 section rubber. The SUV is aerodynamically designed to create a low drag coefficient of an impressive 0.25. While it is similar to the BMW X5 in dimensions, the interior space is comparable to the X7 thanks to the electric architecture that liberates space around the center console in the front and also allows for a flat floor. There is ample usage of natural materials for the upholstery and recycled plastics for some interior trims. The key highlights of the cabin are the hexagonal steering wheel and the curved display that functions as the instrument cluster as well as the infotainment unit. There is a 12.3-inch instrument cluster and a 14.9-inch infotainment display running BMW's iDrive 8 software. The iX comes feature-loaded with a panoramic sunroof, multifunction seats with memory function, ambient lighting and an 18-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. While it is globally also available in the 523 horsepower xDrive 50 variant, the iX has been introduced in India in only the xDrive 40 trim. It gets a dual motor setup producing a combined 326 horsepower and 630 Nm of peak torque. The all-wheel drive system distributes torque between the front and rear axle depending upon driving conditions. It gets a 76.6 kWh battery pack with a claimed range of up to 425 km on the WLTP cycle. Along with the standard 2.3 kW single-phase charger, BMW India is bundling an 11 kW AC wallbox charger that can juice up the battery of the iX in just 7 hours. The iX also supports DC fast charging that will charge the battery from 10 to 80% in 73 minutes at 50 kW capacity and in just 31 minutes from a 150 kW outlet. The company claims that the first batch of the iX allocated for India has been completely sold out within minutes of its launch. The iX also received a full 5-star rating in the Euro NCAP crash test. The test result released earlier this week is valid for all variants of the iX in both left-hand drive and right-hand drive configurations. There's an update to the next edition of India's largest motor show, the Auto Expo. While the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers, SIAM, had cancelled the 2022 edition of the biennial motor show due to the pandemic, the Expo is now likely to return in 2023. Subsequent editions will be held every odd year from 2023 onwards and will be in alignment with the OICA Global Auto Show calendar. And coming to two-wheelers now, Benelli has introduced the TRK 251 in India. Benelli has launched its quarter-litre adventure tourer, the TRK 251, priced at 2.51 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi. The pricing makes it more expensive than the KTM Adventure 250 that the Benelli competes with. The TRK 251 gets a trailees frame with a USD fork up front and a monoshock at the rear. It gets 17-inch alloy wheels and a large 18-litre fuel tank. In terms of features, the motorcycle gets LED headlamps, full digital instrument cluster and dual-channel ABS. The TRK 251 comes powered by a 249cc single-cylinder engine that produces 25.8 horsepower and 21.1 Nm of peak torque. And after a long wait, Ola Electric has finally commenced deliveries of its electric scooters. 100 customers from Bengaluru and Chennai got delivery of the first batch of the S1 and S1 Pro electric scooters from Ola Electric on December 15th. The company was initially supposed to commence deliveries in the October to November period but cited global semiconductor shortage as a reason for the delay. Ola Electric says it will deliver several thousands of the S1 and S1 Pro electric scooters based on bookings to customers across the country during the remaining part of the month of December. TVS has added Spider-Man and Thor-inspired color schemes to the NTORQ 125 Super Squad Edition priced at 84,850 rupees ex-showroom Delhi. While the Spider-Man version uses the iconic red and blue colors associated with the superhero, it also features a web-like decal across most of the body panels. Meanwhile, the Thor-inspired Super Squad Edition uses a black and silver color combination and also gets a decal of Thor's hammer. The two new color schemes will be sold alongside the Iron Man, Black Panther and Captain America themes introduced last year. The scooter remains mechanically unchanged from the standard variant and continues to come powered by the 124.8cc engine, producing 9.8 horsepower and 10.5 Nm of peak torque. And that's all the news we have this week. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next week with more news and more scoops from the exciting world of automobiles. Till then, keep enjoying Autocar India.